everyone. Today we will start with the introduction to C language. So to start with the introduction to C language, we will be learning about pseudocode, algorithm and flowchart before going to the basic structure of a C program. So to start with, so you have a problem. So how to solve the problem? So for that you have to have a multiple step process. So for example, so you have some problem. So first thing what you have to do is you have to understand the problem, which is very important. So first we need to understand what is the problem statement is. So next after that I have to analyze, that is analyzing the problem statement. So I should analyze what is the problem statement. So for example, if there is a problem statement like perform the addition of two numbers, or like I want to perform the addition of two numbers, then I have to analyze. So how do you analyze the problem? So you have to see how many variables you need. So by using what mechanism you can find the solution for that. So all these things you have to analyze. So the third thing is that so you have to develop a solution. So that is developing a solution. So after analyzing, so you can easily develop a solution for that. So after that you should write, or I should start coding. So that is called writing the program. So then further it comes with testing, then implementation, so then maintenance, so all those things. So now to start with, so thereafter, like we have three tools to develop a solution. So which are the three tools? That is a basic tools, that is a pseudo code. The second one is flow chart, and the third one is algorithm. So pseudocode is the first basic step where you use a English language. You don't use any structured procedure or rules to write this code. Whereas flowchart is a pictorial representation. Pictorial is nothing but a graphical representation. Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to write down the solution. So we will quickly start in brief with each topic here. So first we'll start with the pseudo code. So pseudo code. To start with the pseudo code. So pseudo code is a first basic step while writing a program. So it is in between a English language and a C language. That means you use a basic English language and you simplify the solution and write down it in a basic format. That's it. So here I can say it is not a programming language, but it is not a formal way of writing a code. I can simply say that it is an informal way of describing a program and it does not require a strict syntax. So it consists of statements which are a combination of English and a C program. So or also I can say it is a restatement of the problem. So we have a problem. I'm restatementing my problem as a list of steps in a English like format. That is that describe what must be done to solve that particular problem. That is the pseudo code. That means it is a simple way of writing a solution. For example, if I want to perform an addition of two numbers, if I write it in a descriptive way, so it will goes like the solution to perform an addition of two number. Read a two variable, let the variable be a and b, assign the values to a and b, perform the addition of two number, and the resultant value is stored in another variable. So like this the steps goes on increasing. So to deduce that step, what I do is I go for a pseudocode. So it makes me simple to write the solution. You think for a simple addition of two numbers, if I'm going for these many steps of writing a descriptive answer, so how about the complex program or a complex problem statement? So for that I go for a pseudo code. It is a simple way of writing a solution. That's it. So that is what about a pseudo code. For example, I'm taking a addition of two number itself. So we'll take addition of two numbers. So for that I will start. I'll start. For starting I can write start also, or also I can write begin. So after starting or beginning, what should I do? I need two variables. I will take it as an input. I will write as input a comma b. Next, after this inputting two variables, I will perform a plus b. So that will be stored in sum. So that's why I am writing sum is equal to a plus b. After I perform the sum, I print the value of a sum. So I write print sum, right? After that I will end or I terminate. So very simple. I've taken two variables, that is I've inputted a and b. I've performed a plus b. I've stored it in a sum. So then I am printing a sum and I'm ending my problem. So that's it. So very simple way of writing. So I've not used any rule here. I've not followed any rule here. I've not followed any structural formats here. Simply I've reduced the steps and I've written in a simple manner. So this is what about a pseudo code. So next we will be seeing about the next thing, that is algorithm. So algorithm can be termed as step by step procedure to solve a particular problem. Whatever the problem is there, I write it in a step by step manner. So that is what a algorithm is. We have to write a algorithm using a following notation. The first thing is that, so I should have the name of the algorithm. So whatever the algorithm you write, so you should have the name of the algorithm for that. So next thing is you have to have the step numbers. So step number is a must, because algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve a problem. So third one is explanatory statement following the step number. Explanatory statement following the step number. So next is fourth is stop, or it is also called as termination. Okay, so these all the things you have to follow. That is, algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve the particular problem. So next you have a name of the algorithm. So next you have a step numbers, and you should have a explanatory statement that is following the step numbers. So next you should have a stop, that is a termination. So now we will quickly start with the algorithm. That is, I will take the same example, that is addition of two numbers. So first, what is the first thing? Name of the algorithm. So I'll start with the algorithm. What should I write? To find sum of two numbers. Next, what should I have? I should have a step numbers. To have a step numbers, I will write step 1. First, I should start. Okay, so next I will have a step 2, that is read. I will input the value of a and b. I've written as read a, b, two variables. What is the third thing? Explanatory statement following the step numbers. So that's why I'm writing the explanatory statement, that is input the value of a and b. Okay, so next is step 3. I will perform sum a plus b. So I will write the explanatory statements once again. Find the sum. So next I will write step 4. What is step 4? I have to print the sum. So print sum. So what are the explanatory statement you can give? So this explanatory statement is left to you. So whatever the explanatory statement is related to that particular condition, you can write it. So I will write output the result, or you can also write output sum, anything you wish which is related to that. So step 5 stop. So step 5 is stop, or also I can write step 5 is a stop or terminate. I will write a explanatory statement as finish. Okay, so this is how you write it. Okay, so first is I've taken start. First I've written followed the name of the algorithm to find sum of two numbers. So then I've started with step numbers. So step 1, I'm starting the solution. Step 2, read a, b. I'm writing the explanatory statement, that is following the step number. Input the value of a and b. Next is step 3. I'm performing the sum of a plus b and assigning it to sum. So that is I'm finding the sum. So next is step 4. Output the result, that is printing the sum. Next is step 5. Stop or finish, that is termination. Okay. So this is what about a algorithm. So quickly, next we will see with what is flowchart. So as I told, the flowchart is a pictorial representation. So to start with flowchart, so the flowchart is a pictorial representation. So the flowchart is a pictorial representation of an algorithm, or also I can say the flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm. So it is a tool that is used to show the logical flow of the program. That is, it has some predefined symbols, so that is being used for each step. So for example, so we have some predefined symbols for that. So the first symbol is so this is the first symbol. So that is a terminal. So this is what a terminal. So this basically indicates the beginning or ending of an algorithm. So this indicates the beginning or ending of an algorithm. Okay, so beginning of an terminal. So this is called as a terminal. So it basically indicates the beginning or ending of an algorithm. So next we have a, so this is called as a flow lines. So this shows the direction of the flow and connects the various flow chart symbols. So this is called as a flow line. So it basically shows the direction of the flow and connects the various flow chart symbol. Okay. So next we have is a circle. So this is what a connector. So it is used to join the different flow lines. So this is a connector. So it is used to join the different flow lines. So next thing we have is a input output statement. For input output statement, so this is what a symbol we use for a input output statement. So this is called as a input output statement. So this, it indicates the reading and writing operation. So it is basically used for to show the reading and writing operation. Okay, so next we have is a this, so that is called as a processing. So this is what a processing, it is basically represent the processing steps. So that is been defined by the algorithm. So that is what a processing is. So next is this. So this is called as a selection statement. So this statement allows the execution of the selected statement and skipping the other statement. So this is what about a selection statement. So this we will be learning later when you go with the complex program. So next thing we have is a repetition for loops. So that is the next thing we have. So this is the symbol for that. So this is called as repetition or looping. So this is basically for a for loop. So when this concept you can learn while you learning a looping statements. Okay, so this is a repetition or loop. So it indicates the interactive statements like for while or do while loops. So this is about a small like whatever the symbols we use for a flow chart. So first, now for example, so I will start with the addition of two numbers. So first I have to start. So this is what a symbol I use. So this is a terminal. So that is basically indicates the beginning and ending of the algorithm. So I start. So then I use a arrow line. So this is what a arrow line. So this flow line, what is the use of a flow line? It shows the direction of the flow and it connects the various flow chart symbol. So after that I should read A and B. So that is why I go for input output statement. So that indicates the reading and writing operation. So to go for input output statement, so this is what a input output statement, which is also called as, it is also used to indicate reading and writing operation. So that is what it is. So I will write read B. So next, once again I need to use a flow line. So now I should write a processing. We'll write a processing. So sum is equal to A plus B, right? Next, is I should print the sum. So what should I use? I should use input output statement. So I'm using that. Print sum. So next, finally I should stop. So that is a termination. So I'm using a terminal to stop it. So I have to write stop. So start, read, A, B, sum, A plus B, print, sum. Now I will quickly write the pseudo code and algorithm along with the flow chart for the same example. So first I will write the pseudo code here. So I will write it here. So pseudo code. So pseudo code is so that we can compare. So pseudo code is the first step, basic step of writing a program. It is a English language, simple English language. We don't use any rule here. So begin, input A, B, sum is equal to A plus B, print sum, end. Right? See, you can see the same terms I'm using everywhere. So for next is algorithm. So step 1, I will start. So I will make this as a name of a algorithm. Okay. So start. So step 2, read. So you can see I'm read A, B. So input A and B. Step 3, sum plus B, that is find the sum. Step 4, print sum. Output the result. Step 5, stop, that is finish. So you can see guys, so here I started with the pseudo code, begin, input A, B, that is, you can see I'm using the same term here, that is input A, B, right? That is, I'm writing as read A, B. So that is transferred into a flow chart, that is read A, B. Further, I'm writing sum is equal to A plus B. So this you can see I've written sum A plus B, that is finding the sum. So further you can see I've transferred it into flowchart, that is sum is equal to A plus B. So further I should print the sum. You can see I've transferred it into step-by-step procedure, that is algorithm, the print sum. So then further I've transferred it to the flowchart, that is print sum. So next is end, that is stop, that is being transferred once again into stop. So you can see, so the first step I have gone while writing the program is a pseudo code. So then I have transferred it into algorithm. So then I have transferred it into a flow chart. So further I will transfer this into a program. Okay, executable program. So this is how the steps for the step by step you go for the program. So in the next class, we will be seeing a basic structure or a syntax of a C program and a simple example how to start with the C program. Thank you.